My message to the Chinese government is free Tibet. Tibet belongs to Tibetans. I'm here to add my voice and speak out about what is happening in Tibet. Under the Chinese government's brutal rule, Tibetan people's basic rights and freedoms are non-existent. They are not allowed to study and learn their language and culture freely. They are not allowed to travel freely. They are not allowed to access information freely. The Tibetan people are not even allowed to worship freely. For more than 70 years, Tibetan monks, nuns, intellectuals, writers, poets, community leaders, activists, and many more have been detained, sent to political re-education classes, subject to torture, lengthy interrogations, and even been executed simply for exercising the freedom that you and I take for granted. There have been more than 5,000 political prisoners in Tibet the last 25 years. 5,000! Did you know that simply owning a photo of the Dalai Lama in Tibet is grounds for arrest? Even flying the Tibetan national flag could get you arrested. I say, shame on the Chinese government. The Chinese dictatorship is erasing Tibetan identity and culture. The cultural genocide in Tibet is so stifling that more than 150 Tibetan people have burned themselves alive, hoping that such a horrific act of sacrifice will raise awareness and attention towards the ongoing abuses within Tibet. After learning all of this, I cannot stay silent. I stand with my Tibetan brothers and sisters, and I support their calls for freedom. The communist ideology of China has been around for only about 100 years, but Buddhist civilization, ideology, and philosophy has been around for thousands of years. Only the Tibetan people should decide the future of Tibet. 100%. Tibet belongs to the Tibetan people, and I hope and believe Tibet will achieve independence. Brutal dictator of China, Xi Jinping, I have a message for you and your henchmen. I will say it again, and again, loud and clear. I hope you hear me. Free Tibet, free Tibet, free Tibet.
Beijing 창을로는 subject studio인가 시민하고 인 단단랑으로 to Olympic city today the layout give a judge ni ima sum onda 이 리가래야 종아나는 다음수 안 단다랑 종아나는 괜찮지 아니 맞아 단다 랑가래요 아들 초라져디요 아니 그래비나는 다 렌치기여비나 참으로 나 습슈마차르나스 마라주 튜남이야 습슈마차르나스 아니 마라주기 드링 깨매게야 미유조디 갈르레슬라비나 올림픽 센데 니가래야 맞아 캐나이슬라니 마라주기 미유조디 디스 아니 올림픽 센데기 고치칭에 international olympic committee la karalagiyolana 맞아 캐나라 마치와체 아니 올림픽 센데 뭐 샤바치라 제초레슬라니 마라주기 리규슈베레스 아니 이 투주니가래야 마라주기 배겨 누가래야 그 픽시 변화래야 나 조합이 탑단 배워다 아니 맞아 변화가 까니다 변화기 내당이 나다 자라 쉬우지레스라니 맞아 기지 왜 이승규 거래야 승규나래야 변이라자 등차들라 키레요레스 아니 단다 투주니 자라 추고지레스 성기도 우리 참을로 냠수 체체 냠루 체체 아니 맞아 기 캠페인들래야 냠수 체로 나스다니 쉬야이 이렇게 쉬야이 아니 마란주 베지고 매워체 마란주 홍콩당 우이고르당 타이완당 아니 경민 미리 프랑스 캐나다는 여기 솔라까지 챙기는 참으로 냠루 체체 아니 녹사지지 체체 아니 맞주기 캐나다인데 캐나 슈라 맞주기 개베냐고 요레스 아니 참으로라 두지나 슈예이 두놈이 개별나로랑 아니 마란주 믹세 슈게 수인의 다른 예대위나 안 참으로라 미치기 위인에게 마란주기 점링랑 등자들라야 구한테 두그레스나니 슈예이 뉴바디 차사나 요레스 아니 맞주 두놈이야 습슈마차를 나스 되게로
Actors ignite the Olympic flame ahead of its journey to Beijing in a traditional ceremony interrupted by activists nearby. 2 women and 1 man question China's legitimacy to hold the 2022 Winter Olympic Games amid the country's human rights records. Waving a Tibetan flag and a No Genocide Games banner, the 3 activists were tackled to the floor as Greece's president and the head of the International Olympic Committee looked on. Ahead of the ceremony in ancient Olympia, Thomas Bach shook off concerns China shouldn't be entitled to host the Games.
The Olympic Games are universal. They stand above all differences that divide us. The ancient Greeks understood that for the Olympic Games to take place, that for the Olympic Games to unfold their unifying power, they must stand above any political conflict.
Human rights groups and US lawmakers are calling on the IOC to postpone the event due to concerns over China's treatment of its Uyghur population and its tightening grip on Tibet. Earlier on Sunday, protesters were arrested after they climbed onto scaffolding in front of the Acropolis.
The Chinese government is going to great lengths right now to silence our voice, our culture, our people, and our language. We're calling on world leaders and people of conscience, the international community, to join our boycott in support of human rights all around the world.
More demonstrations are planned for Tuesday, when the flame will be handed over to the organisers. The Beijing Winter Olympics are due to begin on the 4th of February.